This story is about a player that was tormented by an unknown being in his game. What makes this name significant, and why did he have his own skin in the game Forsaken? This is the story of Rochas313. It all starts in 2011. This video starts off as an innocent intro, with Rochas introducing himself and his friend Cappy0, saying they're working on a game together. He gives us a simple tour, a house and a garden, nothing out of the ordinary. In the second introduction video, we get to meet his friend Cappy. We are taken on another tour of the world, and they show us the new additions they made to the place. Near the end, Rochas states there's a lot of trees, which could be interpreted as some subtle foreshadowing. Discussion. As innocent as the first few videos may seem, this is where things get a little out of the ordinary. As they're having a conversation about the video, Cappy seems startled and tells Rochas to look behind him. As he tries to take a look at whatever Cappy's going on about, this happens. An enormous artificial looking tree spawns behind them, which leaves them in confusion. In the next video titled Mistake, Rochas is trying to get Cappy to recollect himself while trying to figure out what is going on. They also notice that the frame rate has dropped. Cappy questions if they inserted a free model into their game or maybe downloaded a virus by accident, but Rochas assures him that everything was built by them. He even goes as far as calling Roblox, but still no answer as to what this thing is. What Cappy says next is concerning. Get closer to the tree and listen. As Rochas approaches the tree, he hears this. An unexplainable, bass-like noise emitting from the base of the tree. Fed up with what's going on, he hops on Studio and attempts to delete the model, which would be his biggest mistake yet. Our next video is titled Friend. We are introduced to a new character named One-Leaves. He seems concerned about the videos that Rochas and Cappy are posting. Rochas replies that he isn't doing too well, as Cappy isn't feeling good. What happened seemed to have really startled Cappy, as he is taking a break from playing to forget about everything that happened. Dash questions why Roblox wouldn't respond to his call about this odd anomaly, then offers to help figure out what's going on despite how terrified he is. This is where the video ends. Warning. The next video title is Warning, which is a bit of an ominous title given everything that's transpired in these videos. The tone of these videos are changing, because in the intro to this video, he seems shaken up. He states that he's committed to finding out more about this tree thing that is in his game. He then walks outside and says that he noticed the garden just vanished. Rochas is glad his friend is coming back tomorrow, but doesn't know how he's going to react to the news that the world is changing on its own. My guess, probably not good. Dash seems to have told Rochas that his friend Calvin will help him investigate as well. This entity seems more than just a model in a game, as it's taken a toll on him and Cappy. As he states, he's really stressed out. The next video is titled Roots. In the intro of the video, we can see Cappy is back, having a conversation with Rochas about the ever-changing map. He even mentioned that he posted on a forum asking for help, but only one person replied and called him a liar. They then stumble into their house, which really adds to the somber mood, as all of their hard work is gone. But before Rochas could continue the conversation with Cappy, something sinister happens. Not allowed. He's teleported to a tunnel of some sorts, with an ominous message on his screen. The video continues with him exploring the tunnel, and yet he is confronted with another subliminal message on the screen. Seed. I have no words, he says, defeated, as his game now has a red sky. What could it all mean? Communication. He starts off this video by apologizing for the unusual intro, and I'm sure you could guess by the title what this is going to be about. He's planning to communicate with the being in his game. He states that he doesn't know if this is going to work or not, but he explains his creative plan to talk to the entity. He has an NPC humanoid in front of him, and he says he should be able to communicate through the NPC's name. Dash recommended this plan to him. Gotta be honest, pretty far-fetched. Rochas asks the entity the first question, and It works. He freaks out and asks it a second question. Where do you come from? It responds, headquarters, here. Then he finally asks the hard-hitting question, what do you want from us? Seeds. It expands on this by saying, growth. If you couldn't tell, this almost seems like a parasite. How did you end up here? Wakefulness. Very vague and leaves a lot to the imagination. His next question is, are you alive? Instead of responding, it gives its answer in a different way. Why are you inside our game? Spread. If this doesn't set off alarm bells for them, I don't know what will. But before they could do anything, the screen dims, terrifying noises fill the air, and we're left with this. Desert. There seems to have been a few weeks difference between the last video and this one, which I don't blame them because there's no way to explain the terror that just unfolded. We see that the terrain is now a desert. Cappy brings up the fact that Rochas hasn't mentioned the tree thing in a while. He responds and says that nothing malicious has happened to their PCs or anything, so they should be good to continue to investigate. Dash and his friend essentially convince him to not abandon the investigation. Cappy says that there's something up with Dash and he doesn't get good vibes from him. But during their conversation, Rochas notices something and approaches the edge of the base plate. There it is. The parasite they've been wanting to escape. Once again in their game, the frame rate drops. It starts glitching. They freak out and leave. In the video update, things take a bit of a turn. He mentioned that the game is deteriorating. The sky is red and the trees don't have leaves anymore. But the most peculiar part about this is his Roblox forum post. It's been deleted. Once again, he tries to contact Roblox, but no answer. This is when he suspects that they might have something to do with it. Putting that aside, Rochas and Dash make a huge discovery. After he created a new game, nothing more than a base plate, the tree appears. It seems that this entity is actually corrupting his account, doing as it said it would, using him as a host. The map that he and Cappy were building, nothing more than a wasteland, while the new baseplate map spawned a couple more trees. With one of the most disturbing reveals in the series, this brings us to our next video, Decay. This showcases the current state of their game, more menacing, darker, and abandoned than ever. The last touch to this video is in the description, which leads you to a pastebin link. It reads as follows. Jesus Christ, man, my ears are ringing. I'm opening the map again. I just hope it doesn't do that loud noise. It's still there. I didn't even save it. I'm calling John. This conversation takes place a year earlier. It could be implying that there were previous players that fell victim to this tree, likely John Shadletsky and Dave Bazuki. But how could he have obtained this information? Arise. We get a different perspective here as Dash and a user named Space are doing the investigation this time. We can see that the spread humanoid is at the bar inside the house with them. Dash proceeds to ask it a question, but nothing gives. I don't think it likes you, Space replies. Dash gives it another go and asks about wakefulness. Disappointed in his failed attempts, he leaves, but it appears the entity has other plans. Here it is again, the tunnel. Not allowed. This investigation has clearly not been approved by the entity, and in the most horrific glitch yet, we get the most out of the tree from the whole series. I want to ask you something, it says. Do you know your importance? Do you know your purpose? You're a grain of sand in the scheme of things, but I can change that. You'll be transformed into something greater. You will grow and discover your true purpose. It's not the right time, but soon will be. More life. Spread. Goodbye. The entity says as the video ends. Break. Unfortunately, we get no peaceful resolution. Rochas says he is going to take a break and that too much happened recently, that the tree can copy them now. He's confused and doesn't know what's happening. And as he says his goodbye, so does the entity. The text at the end is in Portuguese and it translates to, I don't understand. I've done everything. Deleting the map doesn't work. I want to stop, but I don't want to make him sad. Why me? Why is he like this? He was never like this. Must be the stress. I hope he is okay. You there? 1 dash, please, I'm sorry. It's gonna be short, I promise. Just answer me, please. It seems as if this is no longer limited to just Roblox. What this being is capable of corrupting. Could it do more damage? Could it harm him next? There's no telling. Knowing about that previous conversation between the Roblox creators, it's likely that they didn't respond to Rochas because they knew what this thing was capable of and wanted nothing to do with it. Is it just an anomaly, a hacker, or a project developed by Roblox that went south? But you let me know your theories down in the comments. All credit goes to Rochas313 for creating this eerie ARG. Hopefully there will be more.